Hi boys and girls. So to make up for our missed library time today, Friday, March 20th, I wanted to share with you guys one of my favorite stories growing up. It's called Stephanie's Ponytail, and if you can see, I have a silly little ponytail to go along with it. When I was a little girl and my mom would read me this story, she would always do my hair in some kind of a funny way, because we're going to see a couple of funny hairstyles in this story. So take a look. I will try my best to sit back to read and then get close to show you the pictures. Stephanie's Ponytail, written by Robert Munch and art by Michael Marchenko. Stephanie's Ponytail. Okay. One day, Stephanie went to her mom and said, "None of the kids in my class have a ponytail. I want a nice ponytail coming right out the back." So Stephanie's mom gave her a nice ponytail coming right out the back. When Stephanie went to school, the other kids looked at her and said, "Ugly, ugly, very ugly." Stephanie said, "It's my ponytail, and I like it." The next morning, when Stephanie went to school, all the other girls had ponytails coming straight out the back. Stephanie looked at them and said, "You're all a bunch of copycats. You just do whatever I do. You don't have a brain in your heads." Is Stephanie too happy about her classmates copying her? I don't think so. The next morning, the mom said, "Stephanie, would you like a ponytail coming out the back?" Stephanie said, "No." "Then that's that," said her mom. "That's the only place you can do ponytails." "No, it's not," said Stephanie. "I want one coming out the side, just above my ear." "Very strange," said the mom. "Are you sure that's what you want?" "Yes," said Stephanie. So her mom gave Stephanie a nice ponytail coming out right above her ear. I think her ponytail looks a little bit better than mine. When she went to school, the other kids saw her and said, "Ugly, ugly, very ugly." Stephanie said, "It's my ponytail and I like it." The next morning when Stephanie came to school, all the girls, and even some of the boys, had nice ponytails coming out just above their ears. She doesn't look too happy there. Look at that boy. Look at that boy in the back with a little ponytail coming out the side. The next morning, the mom said, "Stephanie, would you like a ponytail coming out the back?" Stephanie said, "No." "Would you like one coming out the side?" "No." "Then that's that," said her mom. "There's no other place you can do ponytails." "Yes, there is," said Stephanie. "I want one coming out of the top of my head like a tree." "That's very, very strange," said the mom. "Are you sure that's what you want?" "Yes," said Stephanie. So her mom gave Stephanie a nice ponytail coming out of the top of her head like a tree. When Stephanie went to school, the other kids saw her and said, say it with me if you know it, "Ugly, ugly, very ugly." Stephanie said, "It's my ponytail and I like it." The next day, all the girls and all of the boys had ponytails coming out of the top. It looked like broccoli was growing out of their heads. What? Even the dog has a ponytail at the top of his head. Oh my goodness. And the cat too. This is a crazy school, boys and girls. The next morning, the mom said, "Stephanie, would you like a ponytail coming out the back?" Stephanie said, "No." "Would you like one coming out the side?" "No." "Would you like one coming out the top?" "No." "Then that is definitely that," said the mom. "There's no other place that you could do a ponytail." "Yes, there is," said Stephanie. "I want one coming out the front and hanging down in front of my nose." "But nobody will know if you're coming or going," her mom said. "Are you sure that's what you want?" "Yes," said Stephanie. So her mom gave Stephanie a nice ponytail coming out the front. On the way to school, she bumped into 4 trees, 3 cars, 2 houses, and 1 principal. When she finally got to her class, the other kids saw her and said, "Ugly, ugly, very ugly." Stephanie said, "It's my ponytail, and I like it." That looks crazy. The next day, all of the girls and all of the boys and even the teacher had ponytails coming out the front and hanging down in front of their noses. None of them could see where they were going. They bumped into desks. They bumped into each other. They bumped into walls, and by mistake, 3 girls went into the boys' bathroom. Oops. Stephanie yelled, "You are a bunch of brainless copycats. You just do whatever I do. When I come tomorrow, I am going to have shaved my head." Oh, how's she feeling now? That definitely looks angry to me. She's gonna shave her head? Ugh. The first person to come the next day was the teacher. She had shaved her head and she was bald. The next to come were the boys. They had shaved their heads and they were bald. The next to come were the girls. They had shaved their heads. They were bald. The last person to come in was Stephanie. And she had a nice little ponytail coming right out the back. And there's no words on this page, but it's certainly telling us something. The end. And boys and girls, I love that story because it reminds all of us to be ourselves, right? We don't need to go around and copy other people. We are awesome just the way we are. If you want to do a silly hairstyle or wear clothes that don't match or do something else that makes you feel good and is not hurting anybody, really important to be ourselves. All right, love you, Munchkins. See you soon. Bye-bye.